Hey everybody, it's John Dudley from Knock On TV, and as many of you know, occasionally I like to post some videos on product reviews that I feel are important to the archery community. And this year, when I went to the ATA show, I was really looking to decide what type of arrow shaft that I wanted to shoot for my hunting scenarios this coming season. And each year I really review that. There's a lot of arrows that hit the market and a lot of them make different claims. So I really look for an arrow that has new benefits to us, as a hunter or even as a target archer. So I went out and looked at a lot of different shafts, and I found a shaft there that I was really interested in. And once I've gotten them in, I was amazed at how well they shot, which led me to do a lot more research on this shaft, which is the purpose of this video, is to let you know some of the cool facts that I found out about this that made this arrow group as well as it does. And I really think that all of you out there should know about this shaft because it's actually more affordably priced than a lot of arrows that are in categories that are rated above this arrow. But from a performance point of view, at least from my results, I think you're going to find that this little guy is definitely flying under the radar. You can go to lancasterarchery.com and you can check prices for yourself, but you're going to see that this price on this arrow is more affordable than some of the arrows that are more heavily advertised. So the important parts of this Easton Hexx is first that it's an all carbon arrow and it's made of a high modulus carbon, so it's extremely durable and lightweight. I'm actually shooting a 330 spine, and this arrow weighs 7.9 grains per inch, which is pretty light. But it also has some options to beef up your overall weight if that's what you want to do for your hunting. But as a rule of thumb, the stiffer spines are at about that 8 grains per inch mark. The middle spines are at about that 7 grains per inch mark, and the weaker spines are at about that 6 grains per inch mark. So again, it's a lightweight arrow. But what's impressive about this arrow is it actually has the highest tolerance ratings of any all-carbon shaft coming out of the Easton plant right now. So if you're an Easton fan, that's some pretty remarkable statistics. This has a guaranteed 1,000th straightness. It's rated at 0.001. And one thing that stood out to me anytime I get new arrows is I like to get the entire 12 arrows out of the pack, put them all on a spinner, and see how true those spin. And then also I put them on a spine checker and check that spine. And these were amazingly consistent out of the pack. All 12 spun absolutely perfect, which for me translate into better groups downrange. The more consistent they are out of the pack, then definitely the more consistent they're going to be on the range. But these Hexx arrows come standard with a microlight HP insert, which stands for high precision insert. What I like about the HP insert is it's an insert that goes partially way into the shaft, but it also butts flat up to the top of the shaft as well, which is great for durability. But it's also nice because if you ever want to slightly turn them, it's a lot easier to do than an internal type component. So you can slightly warm them up and turn them if you want to index your broadheads to meet perfectly with your vanes, which is, with a fast arrow, critical. They come standard with the microlight, which is 9 grains per inch, but they also have the availability of the HP brass inserts, which come standard at a 75 grain, but you can break them off to 50 grains, and that's exactly what I've done. I'm right in the middle. I chose a 50 grain brass insert. My overall arrow weight is about 410 grains, but I have a tremendous amount of FOC and kinetic energy because of that heavier brass. They come standard with a wrap already installed, so they're ready to fletch. But this arrow, the Easton Hexx, is one that you're going to want to check out. And what I'd like to do now is take you outside and show you just how good these things shoot out on the range. Okay, I'm gonna shoot my last one. As you can hear, these are bombs. Come on down. What I want to make sure you understand here is that I'm trying to really show you guys a legitimate test with this Easton Hexx. We've got 50 grain brass in the front, and this is my hunting bow. This isn't my target bow. This isn't a magnified scope. This isn't anything other than a legitimate bow hunting setup. Look at the size of that peep sight. Huge hunting peep sight, fixed pins, bottom pin, 60 yards, and there you go. That is why I told you you should check these out. The new Easton Hexx, a legitimate, awesome arrow for any of you out there that are bow hunters.